Mugi, Phoenix, I believe is their team captain, Scarecrow, Dark Raiden, Scarlet, as well as the Lad Guy. We are getting started in about 10 seconds, though, so let's get ready to go. And again, guys, for those of you that don't know the rules, it's going to be an all-out 6v6 brawl in the middle. The teams need to capture middle, at which point they can then rush into the enemy base and kill the Lord. If they kill the Lord, it's game over. Teams can also stalemate the game at middle and try to get the 500 points just holding the one catch point, but they will need to get to all 500 points if they don't want to kill the Lord. At the same time, they cannot try and kill their enemy team's Lord until they have actually captured middle. So we'll have to, and they don't need to be holding middle either when they're contesting a Lord. So the game has already begun. We did see Trillmatic jump into stealth here on the opener as well. As we go looking over here at the blue team, they seem to have done basically the same thing, or at least Google has. The big fight has already begun. I'm currently looking at Google at the moment here, who's going to be jumping onto Mugi over the next few seconds. They tried to take him out, but Mugi jumped into stealth, so he's going to be safe for the time being. And again, we're going to be seeing Google hanging back for the time being. He'll wait for his time to engage. Other than that, though, things are looking okay. But again, Google getting some nice damage off onto Mugi here. Mugi, the Mesmer here on the red team, it might be going down over the next few seconds. He did pop his deception, so he's okay for the time being. We have red team people rallying around him at the moment. They're going to be trying to get him up. But again, there's a lot of corpse cleave going off onto Mugi, so as we're going to see, he will be going into the down state there for the first elimination of the game.
Now, I watched the whole tournament yesterday, and it looked like a lot of people were kind of backing off from the massive team fight. Everyone seems to kind of be on the point, apart from Tiny, who's kind of, is it Tiny who's off on the side there? Just caught, isn't it? Oh, Dark just going down as well, off the side. All of Red are dropping at the moment. The Lad Guy and Scarecrow also going down, and they're going to be able to get res. Phoenix looking low on HP as well. Scarlet Death as well. Scarecrow and Lad Guy have both gone down completely. Scarlet now looking like he's going to go down as well. So Blue very much in control at the moment on this midpoint. So once they got this midpoint, it's pretty much up for grabs. What are they going to do, Blue? Where are they going to go?
As we're going to be seeing here, it does look like red team is starting to whip. They do have a couple people, and again, as this is legacy metal, they should be able to reinforce it very easily. However, we do have to realize, too, that on this game type, we have added an extra 3 seconds to the respawn timer. It's a 17-second respawn timer on here. So now, as we're going to see, a lot of teams did this yesterday, too, and we're going to be seeing them doing it today. They're going to push forward off of middle as they've killed the last person from the red team and try to hold them at the front gate. Now, red team, in theory, looking at the minimap here for a second, can try to sneak around to their close point and flank onto there. But now, as we're going to see, it looks like red team is instead choosing to group up here and charge onto them. But now that blue team has control of the middle point, they have their ticket. They can go in, rush the gate, and try to kill the Lord.
Yeah, they're doing. It's nice little. It looks like a little world v world kind of fight going on at the moment. People just standing on the top of. I've just got a overall view at the moment from the camera, but they're still quite bunched up. It looks like it's very, very world v world kind of Zergy at the moment in between the midpoint, but they're actually pushing them back quite well, even though the door's down. There's no one kind of slipping through to see if they can maybe get a little bit of damage down, maybe panic red a little tiny bit, but no one's trying that yet. Necrotic's down currently over on blue, but he's getting a fast res. Stunning Styles looks like he might potentially go down in the near future, but he's used all his cooldowns at the moment, so he's going to be looking to get back a little tiny bit here, but they are getting pushed back actually at the moment.
As well, as we're seeing red team making a really nice push. We saw them there. They grouped up outside of their base there and decided, hey, we're going to wait for them to get distracted with DPSing down the gate, and then we're all just going to jump out at once and burst them. And so far, that plan has worked brilliantly. I do need to note, however, that Stream Team is doing a really nice job at actually, when people are going down, at keeping them back up. But red team, needless to say, has made an excellent push back to middle. And I don't know, they may be capping the point over the next few seconds here. Stunning Styles is in the downstate right now. He probably is going to, or actually, we're going to be seeing Arahal getting stomped down. Stunning Styles as well will go into the downstate, and Google is now in the downstate too, so we may actually see red team turn this around and cap. Mugi is in the downstate over here in favor for the stream team, so we'll have to see if they're going to be able to get him back up. All the stomps have gone off now, so they're going to have to manually res him, and they will get him back up, keeping this fight going for that much longer. But needless to say, guys, as we did see 3 members of the blue team get knocked out there, we have another one in the downstate here too. It is looking good for Trillmatic now to take middle, and now they will be able to push into the Lord too, which will make things very interesting indeed.
Yeah, I mean, the Trill lady's gone down now as well. He's just gonna, no res coming off, and he's gone into mist form, so he's gonna try and get maybe off the point, try and get someone in his team. Or Stunning's going for the res, also along with someone else, with IK. Oh, they're not gonna get him. They're going down. There's too much cleave damage going down on them on the res.
You can see over here, Phoenix was throwing down, I'm pretty sure he was throwing down marks onto the corpse there. That was just way too much damage for them to hold off. For those who don't know, they're newer to Guild Wars 2 or aren't really familiar with PvP or just in general how the Necromancer class works, those marks do so much damage if you're not watching out, especially on a Power Necro. He is actually running, very interestingly, I just noted here, that Phoenix is actually running with a Cleric's Amulet, which is going to put him more in a supportive role, but still, those marks will still do tons of damage, and it's really good for stuff like Corpse Cleave.
Yeah, he's got some. Yeah, they've actually wiped them completely. Though, yeah, those wells are horrible, man. And it gives a lot of stability. What is it? The Well of Power. That's right. That gives the stability. And the healing is really nice. It's nice to see some different specs. This is why I like this tournament. There's different specs potentially that people are going to use. I was looking at this yesterday. Not many people were running with a lot of support. They kind of just ran off like the bunker and the kind of ranger spirit spec if they had it. But it's nice to have more support, especially with the necro. Like you said, the power is still always going to be good. Even when you're like a minion mancer and you've got all your minions, you've still got a lot of power in that spec as well. So it's nice to see that.
And over here at the Lord, actually at Red Team's Lord, you can see Blue Team tried to make a little bit of a push. Google went into the downstate. Lady Sirach came to support, or rather, BitCloud actually came over here to support this as well. So they're currently falling back, as again, we had a really nice defense coming off from Chillmatic, Scarecrow Z, along with the Lad Guy, managed to come in here and pull them off. Google's still here. Google's still trying to get a bit of burst off on the Lad Guy in hopes of turning this 2v2 around. But this is stalemated here, which is going to turn the mid fight into a 4v4, which again, Red Team appears to be winning, but Blue Team, with the pace at which Red Team is actually killing people, Blue Team is seeming to be, they're at a point right now where they can still keep people on that point long enough for them to keep it contested, which will disallow Red Team from actually rushing the Lord if they wanted to do so.
That's it. I mean, Lady's about to go down now as well over at the Lord, potentially. Yes, he's probably going to go down, only a matter of time. Arajal as well is about to go down, so it's a matter of time, I think, until they get the middle point. Necrotic's very close to going down. Stunning Styles as well, not too long until he does. He hasn't got any cooldowns off at the moment. He's only got that Virtue of Resolve, as we've just seen there, one of his shouts off. Still got quite a lot. I think he's going to be able to hold actually until Blue Team come back, but it's contested. They just need some knockbacks, get these guys off the point, and then you can go for the guy, you can go for their Lord guys. You just need to get him down. He's going to go down very quickly, I think, now, and they need to get some more burst down him. So last person, one more jumping in on the point there. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. They're still not going to be able to cap this, Blue.
Again, this is what I often talk about a lot, just generally on this map, not even for the GVG the game type, but Conquest as well, is that when you're up against a scenario like this, granted we do have the longer respawns here, but if your team is not killing people fast enough, the enemy team can sort of just like lemmings themselves onto the point, just like one by one go onto it. And while generally speaking that won't be the best strategy, like if we look at the score tallies right now, Red Team has yet to cap the point, but they've almost caught up in terms of overall score to the point where Stream Team was a few moments ago. But because you're lemmings onto the point, you're going to keep dying, and you're just going to keep losing people. And from an overall score perspective, that's just not going to be good for you. Now, we do have the Lord engaged over here, too, I believe. Yeah, it looks like Google is engaged on the Lord, but again, he was killed out there by the Lad Guy. So really nice job on the Lad Guy, actually, making sure he's keeping the defense and always washing the Lord back over there, too, as Blue Team constantly tries to sneak in there and kill it.
This is nice. This is quite well balanced at the moment. I like how everyone's just mucking into the point at the moment. It's just that everyone's just completely going for it. I don't see any kind of valid targets. There's a lot of cleave damage going on at the moment as I'm looking at a couple of people. Like Necrotic just got really focused there hard. Looks like Stunning and probably the next target, maybe Lady. The damage is a bit all over the shop at the moment, actually. I'm mainly by Red, but there is a lot of damage from Blue going on to Red. It seems that Red, I think they're going to probably cap this point. It might take a couple of minutes, but the clock's running down.
You know, and that's the thing, too, is that even if, like, Blue Team, it may be in their best interest to maybe fall back here and try to let them cap it, because as you can see by the scores, Red Team is almost caught up, and if they're just going to keep this scenario going, then eventually the Red Team's going to take the lead, and even if they don't cap the point, they'll still have a lead when these 6 minutes are up if we keep going the way we have been the past few minutes. Granted, again, we do have the Lord engaged once more, so we'll have to see. It is Google engaged on it at the moment here. He's trying his best to kill it, but again, we also have Red Team members. We also are going to be having some Red Team members, I believe, falling back. Actually, no one from the Red Team has fallen back yet. They didn't scout it this time, and as well, they're going to be having Kuroshi assisting him, so it is going to be 2 on the Lord. They may be able to kill it. Google, granted, he's going to have to get some regen out before he does that, but granted, as we can see, Kuroshi has engaged in the Lord, so Red Team needs to get someone to fall back here now and get themselves on that to defend it.
Yeah, I mean they've got no one from blue they can pull a few guys off from mid. He's got him down to about 45%, 30% HP now. He's gonna get his on 4%. He's gonna actually take him solo. Oh,
And that's gonna be the game.
That damage. Holy shit. I mean, sorry about that. IK as well came in there as well. Got a bit of burst down. Wow, sorry.